Do we have to be spiritual?
Do we have to be spiritual? Spiritual, to be of spirit. Everything is of spirit anyway. Spiritual is a way of behaving. Spiritual people is a type of person, isn't it? Spiritual is an act, a way of being. I don't think we need to be spiritual. Let it be natural. Be who you are. That's fine. Beautiful heart, good mind, kind, caring, intelligent. Be who you are. When people act spiritual and put on certain clothes and do special things, inevitably they kind of rate themselves as a bit special, which is not a good look and has negative consequences. The thing is, when you get near seeing what is truly spiritual, the last thing you want is to have some kind of ego trip kick in and take you back into identifying with your beliefs or what you're wearing or your social group or your religion. That's the last thing you want. People don't know who they are, so they think, oh, I'll be spiritual. I'm a spiritual person. That's who I am. No, you're not. That's just the part you're playing. And it's beautiful because you occasionally hear stories of people who were blatantly not spiritual, but obviously had great spirit. The crazy wisdom guys of Tibetan Buddhism and other traditions. People who just could not fit in any box. I love them. I don't really like spiritual people because it just brings up the fact that I'm not. And sometimes people do see me as spiritual. I don't like that. I'm not spiritual. I'm just who I am. A million different people from one day to the next. It's a trick, People think, I'm so evolved, I'm so spiritual, and they do special things, and they have incense and altars, and wear certain kinds of clothes and go to certain kinds of things. I mean, it's all good. It's all really good. But it's no more real than anything else. The higher you go, you don't get nearer the truth. By modifying your behavior, it doesn't bring you nearer the truth. No behavior path brings you to the truth. The truth is a seeing in every moment. Truth is being in that seeing in every moment. It's very, very simple. Then you are truly spiritual. But you don't think, oh, I'm spiritual. You don't aim to be spiritual. The goal isn't to be a truly spiritual person. The goal is to be who you are. To be authentic. To be loving. To be kind. To care. To have enough space in your mind and heart to be able to care. Most of us, we are so taken over by our internal dialogue that we don't have the space to care. Even if we wanted to, we can't really care about the planet. The fact that it's going to hell in a handbasket. We haven't got enough space to care. We've got enough of a job on just keeping the runnings of our own being together. We haven't got enough space to care about other people, really, unless it makes us look good or whatever. That's what spiritual is, when you've got enough space to care about other people. When you've got over selfishness. When you've got enough space to be able to embrace the situation of the planet and the species. That's the kind of thing I see as spiritual. But not as something to identify as. When you're spiritual, there's always somebody's going to be more spiritual. Just as you think you've got there's somebody more bloody spiritual. And anything you identify with, at the wrong moment, somebody who's more of it than you turns up. But there's never going to be another you, another me, ever. It's a one-shot deal. And that in itself, realizing that, being that, is the most extraordinary thing. Forget spiritual.